Let's head to Senegal now, where our IMF officials say that the fund is seeking to complete a new loan program for the country as soon as possible. The global lender suspended its $1.8 billion credit line in October, and that came just a month after withdrawing an aid program in the West African country, after the government claimed that former President Macky Sall had falsified economic data. Now, the IMF mission chief in Senegal called on the government to keep working to restore public finances. The country's Court of Auditors found last month that Senegal's outstanding debt was greater than what the previous government had declared. It amounted to almost 100% of GDP. Well, earlier we took this all apart with analyst Souleymane Niang. Here's a look at what he had to say. In light of this, what exactly happens with the IMF program? Because it was approved back in 2023, and that, of course, as we've discussed, was on the basis of what we now know to have been wrong or incomplete economic and financial data. Will Senegal have to repay everything that, of course, has been dispersed so far?
We don't know yet if Senegal will have to refund or reimburse what it has, taken from this $1.8 billion. Almost $700 million has been disbursed and then received by Senegal. Are we going to reimburse? We quite don't know, for the time being, because
my question, I guess, is, sorry to interrupt, is what are they asking the IMF for right now? Are they looking for a waiver?
They don't know. They even don't know, because that's what I'm saying. I mean, the mission is currently underway in Senegal. They're still there, but they are saying that it depends on the upcoming executive board meeting that will happen in Washington. I mean, then they will present the situation, and then the executive board will have to decide whether they ask for the reimbursement or they grant Senegal a waiver not to reimburse. But then our guess is, if for Mozambique, for example, back in 2016, and for $2 billion, they asked for reimbursement or they suspended altogether the program with this country, why would they be more tolerant with Senegal when you know that the amount involved is up to $7 billion? So that's the question. We hope that they will deliver, they will give this waiver, but we are not quite sure. And then the mission currently in Senegal says they even don't know. So it depends on the executive board. Now, you have to know that this one is the third program we have with IMF these 5 last years. The amounts involved are huge. In the two other programs, the one was no funding program. It was a economic policies support or support instrument. The second one was economic policies coordination instrument. And these two programs were kind of, administrative support, technical support, etc. But this one, huge amounts are involved. And even if we don't have to reimburse for the other programs, this one, my fear is that when the executive board meets in the coming month, they won't have any other choice than to ask for Senegal to give back the money that has been given to the country.